G'day guys, I'm out on this contract for a few days. I'm solo, I've got the quad bike, the 308. I've borrowed my mate Darren from Wedgetail Campers Hawk fit out on the back of his 79 series Toyota Land Cruiser Ute. Should be a good gig, there's meant to be quite a few animals. Let's see how we go. As you can see behind me, the sun's going down, it's nearly dark. We'll jump straight into the hunting footage, and tomorrow I'll show you the camper setup. I am running my 308 as usual, but I've got something different on top of it. While I'm still running a Thermion 2 LRF, this one's a new bad boy. It's the XL50, so 1024 768 HD. This thing is amazing. I've been running it on the sly for a few weeks, haven't been able to tell anyone. 1.75 base mag, the digital magnification with those amount of pixels is phenomenal. I'm looking forward to showing you guys in this video just how it runs, but I am extremely impressed with this scope. I've got 3 animals just here. I'm going to try and get in that area there because that's where they came from. When I start to shoot, they should go back that way. That's one way to take out an entire group of pigs. Job done, subsonics for the win. Bit of a shame about the primer that didn't ignite. Nothing wrong with that strike. Seated flush. CCI, I've been having a bit of trouble with those lately. Another group of customers down here in the long grass. I don't think I'll give them the subsonic treatment though. I think we'll hit them with the Fiocchi 150 SSTs. Should do the trick nicely. One very, very hot gun. I've just shot those half a dozen pigs. And there's another one out there. This boar definitely takes the award for the roll of the night. The first hit, I don't know if you'll see it in the scope recording, but in the eyepiece I could actually see the claret coming out of his mouth. It must have been a lung shot. He was just carrying it. I don't think he was going to make it much further. But second one, did some acrobatics for us. The impressive roll. Got one group of pigs out here. Another little line there. Another group there. Certainly thick. You ever been surrounded by pigs? Well, I am, but these guys here. Pigs there. More there. This dumb bugger here. Another one there coming in. Another group there. That's another group out there on the hillside. What are they? Probably 500 plus 700 metres away. Bloody hell. There's some pigs in here. That'd be my scent line. I've still got this bigger group of pigs up here, about 180 metres away, after I've clocked that guy with the subsonic, but unfortunately these ones have either smelt me or they didn't like the noise and they've all pissed off, so it could have worked a little bit better, but we've still got pigs in the paddock and it's still early. Just clocked another pig there with subsonics. I've still got pigs out here in the grass. There's a couple of feisty boars out here scrapping around, so I might head for those ones, I think. On this sow, poor thing, giving it a flogging. Would you believe I've still got a pig out here? I've just hoed into these guys, just here. And these other ones are coming across towards me, so they're going to cop a bit of grief if they do that. I've got quite the ring of dead pigs around me here. Certainly chewed into that group a bit. There's a couple more in the long grass off to my left too. I'm pretty sure these pigs were just about to hit my scent line, and they had cattle behind them, which didn't help, but this is the biggest pig out of that group, as you can see. Size 11 boot for scale. He's not a bad animal at all. I've got a couple of animals down in here, but it's really thick weeds. Spiky bastards are things to walk through. See if we can get at them though. Those two pigs are down in all this spiky bastard of a purple flowered, weedy, evil looking thing, so they can stay there. I'm going to have a few less holes in my leg for the lack of effort of going into it. If anyone does know what this stuff is, I don't, put it down in the comments. Not particularly a fan of it, I'll say that. So far so good, this Thermion XL50, it's working very well indeed. I've just been for a big walk. You can see there the quad bike's cooled right down. And there's pigs 75 metres away, cheeky buggers. Four from four out of that group of pigs. I did think I was going to have to give this one here a finisher. It's amazing how resilient they are. You can see the impact there, just forward of the shoulder. Came out through the neck on the other side. I managed to carry that wound before it keeled over about 40 metres away. So no finisher needed, job done. But it always surprises me what they can take. Old mate on the end there though, nah, he's in a world of hurt. No livestock down in here. That is an absolute pig highway. Have a go at it. Just back at the car now. That's been quite a walk, but well worth it. So I'm going to refill some magazines, get the quad bike ready, and have a gay time. I don't know what you think I meant. It's just an ice cream. I've just spotted these pigs come off a dam about 600 metres away. Already on the move, which is unusual. I'd say they're habitual. They've come in and had a drink, roll around in the mud, and that's their safety out there in the grass. So we'll follow them up, see if I can get onto them. We've gone to red mode. I get the distinct impression that this pig didn't like that at all. I've hit it just under the ear. There's a hell of a lot of claret that's come out of it. You talk about niggly ID, I'm just moving through this long grass paddock and I've picked up a heat source, a very low heat source, wasn't sure what it was. Moved a little bit closer to get that good ID, still couldn't tell what it was. I think I actually mumbled into the scope recording, I don't know what this is. And then a little head turned and an ear moved and I thought, holy crap, they're pigs laying down in the grass. I don't know what this is. Not moving. It's a bloody pig. That's another great example of thermal and target ID. It can be very troublesome. I get asked that a lot. And yes, it's a real problem sometimes, especially in a scenario like this. As you can see, they're not small pigs, and I still couldn't quite tell exactly what they were from a range of about, I don't know, it was probably 40 metres away. But that little bit of movement gives them away. But when things are still, you've got to be so careful at what you're going to shoot at. This guy's about 115 metres away. Oh, no, it's a sow. See, it's nipples. Anyway, it's going to cop a subsonic. Here's that sow I've shot with the 308 subsonics and the ballistic profile enabled. One thing I do want to note on the new XL50 Thermion is the ballistic holdover markers. Now, when they rolled out the ballistics in the app, that cross was way too heavy. This new scope has a much smaller holdover marker, and there's 3 choices, so it's much improved. As I said before, I don't know what the name of this spiky purple flower evil looking thing is, but after quite a few safety interactions, it has been adequately named You Bastard. There are a lot of sheep on this property, so given the chance, I'm hammering the foxes as well. This is one of the pigs I shot earlier with subsonics. I didn't have a look at it because there was all those other animals around. It's a fair lump of a pig. Some bloody pigs out here. Look at these things. Heaps of them. No one probably wants to see me walking around camp in my boxer shorts, but I just got 2 pigs straight out of camp. I did say to Darren from Wedgetail Campers, wouldn't it be cool if I could set up in a spot where I can shoot pigs out of bed? Well, I had to get out of bed, but I'll take it either way. That's enough for day 1. I'll see you guys in the morning. I'm just driving in at the moment trying to find a campsite. It's meant to be really hot, so hopefully I can find a few good trees to set up under, get a little bit of that shade, bit of shelter, not quite as warm through the day. That'll do for site location. I do normally stay in a shearing shed or a house when I'm out on jobs like this, but I thought I'll try the camper. It was offered. It gets me away from the house, out of the property owner's hair as I buzz around, and it'll put me pretty close to the animals at night. Pretty keen to see how this thing works out. I'm definitely not into complex camping. Awning out, fold that down, spread the queen mattress out, sleeping bag, pillow, done. The front section's really good. He's got it set up with a vertical fridge, inverter system, batteries, chargers, light switches, all that stuff. These big underbody drawers, they almost run the full width. He's got a kitchen set up in this one. The rear drawer, I've got my rifles in, again, full length. Heaps of room, lockable, safe firearms transportation. This front compartment on the driver's side, another lift up door. He's got a hot water system, 90 litre tank, heap more storage. I've got my ammo and stuff in there. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna like that shower. The quad bike's out of the trailer, rifles loaded, mags full, ready to go, camp's all set up. That'll do it. Spewing, I haven't put the trigger cam on properly again in a rush. I've just pushed a fox out of this gully and I've clocked it with its head sticking out about 250 metres away. It hasn't recorded the shot. The camera on the back of the bike will, but it's not the same. One fox, job done. Quite the pig pad that pushes under that fence there. But the interesting thing is, if I go around this way, there's one big pad that runs up the hillside to the right, that way. And there's another one that runs off down here. There's certainly some animals using that for access. That big tree up there, that could be a really interesting spot to sit while it gets dark later. And about 150 metres away, both those pads merge back together again and they go through the next fence. I've just bumped these pigs out of the long grass. I was terribly uncomfortable on the bike with the slope that they were on, but I managed to get a couple. Clean headshot on this one, very nice. Looks like there's been a crocodile in this dry dam. Nope, it's been a pig in here trying to find a bit of water and mud to lay down in. I've just driven around this old fallen tree and a heap of big thorny bushes, and I thought, wow, lots of shade. Isn't that a good spot to find a pig? Quick look through the binoculars, very contrasty image, but I could make out hair in amongst those dark shadows. Have a look at this little pig boudoir in here. Cover everywhere, lots of shade, nice cool dirt. Feathers over there, there's probably been a bloody feral cat in here. Oh, hit my head. Oh, and there's our pig in there under those logs. He can stay in there, I think. To be honest, there's not a whole lot to do at the moment. It's very warm. I have flown the drone up this large hillside to my right. There's a big dam up there I wanted to check out. It's dry, so taking the drone up there saved me a bit of time. But this big creek system that runs along underneath camp, there's plenty of water in there. Hot day like this, the pigs should come into that as it gets dark, if not soon enough. I might go for a ride soon. It's starting to cool off a little bit. This paddock that I'm in here with camp under the trees, there's not a whole lot of green feed in here, but the next one over, it's got lucerne in it. I believe that's where the pigs will come in. I certainly don't have to rough it like I normally do. Fridge, got a gourmet dinner planned. I've just spotted a pig moving along the edge of the creek down here. It's 400 metres away. Let's get the 308 on the bipod, see if we can get a long shot. I can't see him at the moment, but that's where he was. There's a good example of not what to do. I was pissing around with a ballistics app and a camera, and that pig came straight in towards me. In the end, I stood up and shot it at about 80 metres off the shoulder. Didn't get a thing recorded. I'm just sitting up here under a tree, fighting for a little bit of shade on our pig highway that goes through the fence that I found earlier. So I'm just going to wait up here until it gets dark and see if anything filters through. Then we'll get busy. Not a bad little position, if I might say so. The view's good too. There's pigs coming out of the woodwork everywhere up in here now. It's good to see. I'm in the right spot anyway. Hopefully these guys are coming my way. They're coming out of the woodwork now, that's for sure. You want to see something funny? The pigs came out behind me, not on the pad. And when I mean behind me, I mean 5 metres behind me. It's a dodgy phone recording, but I think you'll get the gist. These three coming in across the flat. All that effort only to get in on those pigs. It's just got dark and the wind's switched around. Bastard of a thing. Talk about up against the wall. Check this out. I'll have to do what I can with a bolt action. Yes, a semi-automatic would make a big difference. So would another couple of other shooters. Talk about mayhem, pigs running absolutely everywhere. I've got more paddocks to go along here, so I'm not going to poke into the ones further away too much. pigs running towards me, shot one coming through the fence. I had one come past at about 20 metres. I actually heard that and didn't see it until I panned around with the scope. Bloody hell. It's a stocky little boar. Took two to put him down. He didn't like either of them. That's a tidy sow indeed. I've just picked up eye shine right in front of the bike. There's a fox trying to hide. Let's just say rain would be an adequate word. I'm up on this hillside. I've got a wombat here laid up, I don't know, 10 metres away. He doesn't care about me. Another two out there. There's plenty of them. That's the wind. Bloody thing. .335 on the trot. I'll take that. You should see the hole in the other side of this thing's chest and neck. Those Fiocchi 150 SSTs, they certainly make a mess. 3 pigs on the hillside. 624. Those pigs there, the grass is a lot longer in here than I thought it was. Still see them right there. I'll pay that. 3 from 3, even a focus shift on the last one. It's always a surprise when you get up to these animals. Obviously in the thermal all you can see is a heat source. You get up here, these ones are ginger with spots. This is the third one. Made a hell of a whack when I hit it too. Looks like a small mob of pigs out there. Yep, definitely. A couple of feisty ones. And a fox there. You guys get the, there's a pig in the thermal, let's go and shoot it. But the reality is, this is what I'm trying to move through quietly. As you can see here, that's really difficult, especially when you're trying to get into 30 or 40 metres from a couple of pigs. Anyway, takes a bit of time. I thought I'd give you a little bit of an insight into the reality of a lot of this versus what you see on YouTube. What a fantastic trip. The property owner's really happy. 95 pigs, 8 foxes. Darren, your camper, it's been unreal, mate. Very easy to set up and pack up, which is the main thing. I hate pissing around with all that sort of stuff. Who doesn't like it when you can shoot pigs straight out of camp? I've had an awesome time. If you did like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Ensure you subscribe to the channel with the bell icon on. I'd appreciate it if you'd like to have a look at my Patreon. I'll see everyone next time. Bloody idiots, running around everywhere again.